What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Crash Blade Gaming. I'm your host, Crash, and I have never taken a look at Golurk, and I really wanted to. I had a thought about it someday, about its rewind attack, which is pretty awesome. It hits for really good numbers. The only problem I'm having is the setup. If I can just set up Golurk, it works. If I don't, I struggle. Simple as that. It's not a tier 1 deck, of course, but it is still a fun little deck. You take actually pretty interesting knockouts. It's really fun. Anyways, if you like the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. On the road to 200 subscribers by the end of maybe this year. Who knows? I might be able to reach it. We'll see. Hopefully, leave a like on the video. And remember, the deck list is always down in the description below. Cool. Let's get into the question. It's time for half of a Pokemon question of the day. I didn't have time to come up with another question for this video, but we can go over last video's question, and I can tell you about how you can win other prizes as well. So, last video's question: this bug-type Pokemon's gender can be determined by its horn. Usually this Pokemon feeds on tree sap. Who is this Pokemon? And if you were like the commenter Band Socks, you guessed Heracross. The male version of Heracross has this kind of horn here, which is like a, I don't know, it's got 2 spikes, and the female has a heart-shaped horn, which is kind of cute for a female. Anyways, congratulations to Band Socks. I believe that's 3 points. It is. You have 3 points. You are a winner. So you shall be receiving a trade request at some point after you see this video. Now, how can you win in this video some easier prizes, I suppose? All you have to do is watch the video and listen for where I talk about a code word. As soon as I say that code word, you better put it down in the comment section down below. Be the first one to get it, and you win a prize right then and there. Easy as that. Go for the code word. I'm going to be doing these code words for the rest of the videos that come along, so if I don't say it, just know that the code words are coming. Anyways, they could be in any part of the video. So good luck. Search for those code words, and you know what to do. Let's take a look at Golurk V. We haven't covered this card. I remembered about the attack Rewind Beam for 4 energy, which is a little much, especially for a Psychic Pokemon. It does 180 damage, but if your opponent's Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon, we can devolve it, and it still keeps the same damage counter. So, for example, if you have an Arceus V-Star on your opponent's side, you attack with Rewind Beam, deals 180 damage, it devolves into Arceus V, meaning you only have 40 damage left to do because it has 220 HP. But remember, Golurk is a single strike Pokemon, so we can utilize single strike energy to help with the acceleration and damage output. So if we put 2 of these bad boys onto our Golurk, we're doing 220 damage, which is basically enough to knock out almost every basic V in the format, which is perfect. But how are we going to set this up? Well, it's actually kind of hard to, and I'm thinking about telling you about how to change a couple things in the deck here. But anyways, we have a Houndoom to accelerate those single strike energies with single strike roar ability. And we also have Zacian here for Roar of the Sword. This is really something you want to use on the first turn of the game to get that first Golurk going. Roar of the Sword lets you attach a psychic energy from your deck to one of your Pokemon, but it ends your turn, which is okay, especially on the first turn. And then we have a 2/2 line of Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX with the Underworld Door ability, which is really useful for setting up your Golurks after you get your first one going. But I've noticed that Shadow Rider doesn't really do this job very well. It's actually hard to set up because you need Houndoom and Shadow Rider to set up the next Golurk. So my thought process is to scratch these Shadow Riders, put in another Zacian because you don't want it prized, and put in more ways to set up your bench. Maybe some Battle VIP passes in here to help set everything up, because you need the setup. Without the setup, you're done. I promise. Without the setup, you're done for with this deck. That is why we're playing 4 Fog Crystals, 4 Quick Balls, and 4 Ultra Balls to search out all of these Pokemon, and 2 Evolution Incense. We have 12 ways to search out our Psychic Pokemon, which is actually pretty interesting for a couple of these matches, okay? We have a Switch. We have 2 urns to shuffle back those single strike energies. Circhester Bath is actually really good in this deck. It lets you take 20 less damage, effectively giving Golurk 290 HP, which is awesome because of Cape of Toughness as well, adding the plus 50. We have 2 copies of Tower of Darkness because we also want to counter Path to the Peak because it does shut down our deck pretty well, and Tower of Darkness is a nice way to draw some cards. And then we're going to go down here to our supporters. 1 copy of Avery, 2 Boss, 3 Marnie. I also recommend you might want to go up to 4 Marnie or a different supporter to help draw. Maybe a Bruno. Bruno might be nice in here. 4 Research, and then 1 Roxanne. You guys know how I feel about Roxanne. It is a situational card. Your opponent has to have 3 prizes left, which kind of makes it tough. But in this kind of deck, it kind of works sometimes. 2 Air Balloon to help us switch when we need to. The Cape of Toughness we talked about. And we have 11 energies here. That's the deck. Let's go see it in action. All right, there's a Sobble from our opponent. And we open up with a pretty decent hand, I'd say. At the minimum... That's the peak. Good old path to the peak. I don't know what we're playing against, so I don't really care if we Shadow Mist. We'll attach an energy. Can't use Crobat. Ball Crystal can get us the Zacian at some point, I guess. Just to thin out a card. And then we just say done. I mean, that's all realistically we can do. I couldn't use Zacian's ability, which is bonkers, but maybe at some point I will be able to. You could argue that I should have gotten down to Houndour. I think I need to start doing that a little bit more earlier, but I don't know. Don't know what we're up against, but it seems like we have maybe a turn or two to set up here. Maybe. Could be up against Palkia. If we're up against Palkia, then benching that Zacian was a mistake. And here we are. Quick ball from our opponents. So they're going to start setting up. We have turns, but I would love to accelerate energy. That Path to the Peak hurts. Irida tells me it is Palkia, and Path to the Peak hurts them a little bit too. So they will want to replace their stadium at some point. We will also want to replace their stadium with the Circhester Bath. It's basically like having one less Pokemon on the bench, which is awesome. Oh, it's Ice Rider. Okay. Ice Rider's beatable. I'm just thinking here, Ice Rider's beatable because... Well, they hit 280, don't they? They hit 280, which is enough to KO our Golurk. Even with the Cape of Toughness. So it's almost like pointless to have the Cape of Toughness. There's a Palkia too, that's an easy target. Alright, our opponent just passes. We just have another Ultra Ball. I don't want to get rid of energy, right? What's Shadow Misting gonna do? Nothing, right? Because they don't play special energies. So we attach Ultra Ball away these two. I'd love to grab Crobat, but that's not going to be the case here. Oh, you know what? No, it doesn't matter. I couldn't even use the VMAX's ability. So I could have gotten the VMAX, sure. But I can't use its ability anyways, because Path to the Peak's in play. There's a Melanie from our opponent. The Ice Rider is ready to go. Good thing we don't have to worry about a boss this turn. But at the same time, they don't even have to worry about a return knockout. Choice Belt. Ride of the High King. Won't do enough damage. They have to max Lance. Ultra Ball for Palkia maybe, or another Drizzile. I mean, I think the game is pretty much over at this point. Not being able to set up really well. My chair's going all fuzzy. Come on, focus, camera. Focus. Focus. Stop going fuzzy. Here. There. Nope. Why does it do that? I don't know. Whatever. Back to the game. There's Palkia V-Star, which is useless for them until they bounce their Path to the Peak, which will most likely be next turn, I can see. Max Lance, discarding both cards. Both energies, cool. We shall promote our Houndour and pray. Cool. Just attach that and pass. This is what we're working with. We haven't even seen a supporter. I don't know what to tell you. We're screwed without our supporters. They could have a boss here. Well, they can't boss. They can, actually. If they replace their stadium, they can boss this turn if they have it in their hand. And then we just move on to the next. There needs to be a better way to set up. We need... Okay, they're bouncing their stadium. So that means... That tells me they have the boss. Because they can use Palkia V-Star's ability. If they don't have the boss, though, we stand a really good chance. Especially if they use the V-Star ability this turn. Let's hope. Let's hope they don't have boss. I really think they do. But let's hope they don't. And they KO Houndour. Quick Ball. Okay, Quick Ball's going for something else. Sobble. Maybe they don't have boss. They don't have boss. We stand a chance. We have a Golurk ready to go. Because all we had was energies. Okay. We stand a chance. They're not doing a lot of damage to our Golurk. And we drew a Marnie. Thank you. Marnie it is. Circhester Bath is also good. Let's go. Air Balloon. Circhester Bath. Rewind Beam. Take a KO. I have new life driven into me. Devolve the Ice Rider. Take the KO on the Ice Rider. 2 prizes for us. Didn't want to bench down another Pokemon just yet. We're good with 1 Golurk, right? Like, if we can KO this Palkia, they don't have a response. We're good. We're good. Bring the energy back up. I was sad. I was distraught. I was destroyed because of the setup. But I mean, we had the time. This is insane. These are the things that happen. If we can keep our stadium in play, we effectively have 240 HP. And Palkia is going to struggle to take a KO. However, maybe I should have played the Shadow Rider down. How bad? Okay. Because they can Melanie to the Ice Rider and take a KO. Melanie boss. They are putting Melanie back in. So they are preparing for that. Do they have an energy for this turn though? Evil Incense. Inteleon. Yeah, they have the energy for this turn. They also have Melanie actually. They can Melanie this turn. We'll see what our opponent does. They're gonna shady dealings for some stuff. How can we win here? Melanie Capacious Bucket. Okay. We Marnie them so they don't have their VMAX yet. Melanie to the active, attached to the bench. It's a bummer that they only need 2 energies to attack. It makes this deck pretty good. We have to be able to power up another Golurk next turn. So I'm thinking here, yeah, Subspace Swell does 120. Ice Rider can come up and take a KO. So now let's bench the team. Fog Crystal. Get an energy. We need to bench a Houndoom. A Houndour. There's a Crobat. But we can use Marnie this turn. Let's do this. Grab Houndour. No! No, no, no. I was supposed to grab a Golurk. Oops. Oh well. Marnie it is. It's okay. Okay, we still got Golurk. And energy, which is good. We have a way to out... We have an out to Crobat. Which is good too. That'll help us draw next turn. Let's do that. Let's attach energy. Let's give it a cape. And it's possible for us next turn to power up this Golurk. If we get Ice Rider VMAX, I mean Shadow Rider VMAX, we get Houndoom. That's 2 energies, and then we attach from hand. We have energy in hand. Quick Ball for another Crobat. Okay. It's possible. We can do this. It's there. It's within reach. We just have to be able to get the right cards. And that's half the battle. Here is the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, the pretty one. It's really nice. Look at Peony riding along there. Rita. Okay, the problem... How much HP? 210. Okay. So, actually, this energy needs to be gone. I can Quick Ball that away. I can also play the Tower of Darkness to help. So we might be able to pull this off. Circhester Bath actually gives us effectively 290 HP, so we can survive. Ooh, do I play Tower of Darkness then? Because Shadow Rider hits 280. And I don't know if they play quick shooting. Because if they don't, this Golurk can survive an attack. We're rolling here. Bit of a slow start. If we didn't have a slow start, how much better would we be right now? Did they Irida for nothing? We'll take it. We'll take that win. Oh man, that was insane. All right, really decent opening hand here. We can go ahead and attach that energy. We can quick ball away a... Let's see now. I'm trying to think here. I need a Crobat. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of it. We'll get rid of it. Let's get Zacian down. And then I should have checked for another VMAX and I didn't. It's okay. It's okay. It's in there. What did I quick ball for? Crobat, right? No. Quick ball for Houndour. Crobat's next turn. Crobat is next turn. Houndour is there. Roar of the Sword. Attach a Psychic Energy. Okay. So, next turn we can hopefully find an air balloon for our Shadow Rider. We have Evolution Incense for Houndoom. Oh, they have the Lumineon here. If they Marnie, that's okay if we Marnie into something good. Maybe. If we Marnie into something good, that's okay. Won't mind it. Okay, they are Marnieing us. That does kind of screw up our plans a little bit to get into a turn 2 attack on this Ice Rider. We had the outs to it. Let's see. Now we don't. Well, we did get the Psychic Energy. Now we have to find Houndoom for sure off of this research. I can get another Golurk down too, which is not too bad. There's a Pierce. Okay, we're in a really good spot if we can get what we need. Earn. That's playable at least. So, I prize 2 Golurks? Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll prize 2 Golurks. That's fine. Attach that there. Research. Looking for Air Balloon and Houndoom. Houndoom? Switch. Houndoom switch works. Let's get it. Let's get this KO. This will make it much harder for our opponent to set up. Switch into that. Boop. Rewind beam. Hopefully we get one of the Golurks off the prizes here. 220 damage. Golurk. Good. We don't need the other one though. Houndour. Does this kind of make me also not want to play Shadow Rider in this deck? Shadow Rider is good for powering up the next Golurk most of the time. And they concede. We'll do it. That was easy. You know, we'll do one more. Bummer. The only thing that could have made this hand better would have been a Golurk. There's no point in attaching any energy anywhere. I mean, yeah, we could have KO'd the Bidoof next turn if they don't put anything down, but what are the odds of that? There are no odds of them not having a second Bidoof or another basic Pokemon. Well, I guess there are. But this isn't what you came to see. You didn't come to see me donk a Bidoof. There, they have another Pokemon. That's out the window. Avery is the only thing we can play next turn, realistically. And hopefully that gets us a Quick Ball or an Ultra Ball. So that I can start setting up some. Oh. There's a Houndour from our opponent. Is this going to be a single strike matchup here? Single strike matchup is going to be tricky because if it's Urshifu, they one-shot pretty easily. If it's a Golurk, how funny. We're on the same wavelength, McDiddly, if it's another Golurk deck. They get rid of their own Urn. Avery might come in good handy here if they play a couple more. It's Gengar. How much HP does Gengar have? Play it down. 210. Okay, KO'able. Absolutely KO'able. What do we get off top deck? Marnie. I like my hand a little bit, so we're just going to Avery. Hopefully get into... None of that. Oh, man. We just pass. Like, now you're thinking, like, well, Crash, you might have had a chance to knock out the Bidoof. Yeah, maybe. I didn't get another energy, so no, not really. Can't attach the single strike energy to him. Here we go. No Golurks. No setting up. Not just happening. I have 4 Quick Balls. I have 4 Fog Crystals. I have 4 Ultra Balls. And I play 3 Golurks. That is 15 cards in my deck. That's a fourth of my deck that allows me to get a Golurk. And I have not drawn a single one of them. And I've already gone through a fourth of my deck. Crazy, right? So crazy. Path to the Peak. We'll bounce that with Circhester. They got to research. Oh, man. And here we are in Struggle Town. Struggle Town to set up, and I think we're already behind. There's a Gengar VMAX. Do they have a way to remove the Bidoof? They need it also. They do. They have a Switch. Energy? I don't care about if they do Fear and Panic. That gives me at least a turn to hopefully draw into a freaking Golurk. Quick Ball. They have to Quick Ball for a Crobat here if they don't have energy. Another Gengar, okay. Are they just gonna do a Fear and Panic? They are. 80 damage. Fog Crystal, cool. I don't want to Marnie them. They seem a little stuck, so we can get Golurk. Here we go. Golurk. Energy. I actually like the idea of bossing up a different Gengar. No, I don't. Circhester Bath, remove the path. And then we can single strike Roar onto the Golurk. And then we can Roar with the Sword. And if they can KO our Zacian, we have a knockout on their VMAX next turn. Which is good, because they have to attach to the... Oh, just give them a Crobat. They had another Quick Ball. Bummer. I got something in my eye. Oh, Houndour. They don't have a Crobat. Okay. Fear and Panic does 60 times the amount of Vs. So they're doing 120. Circhester Bath 100. 120 because of the single strike energy. We're not getting bossed. They need another single strike energy from the Houndour. They need to attach energy to the Gengar VMAX. Okay. We need to get another Golurk down as well. Cool. We have the KO. We're going to Marnie them. They have a Gengar VMAX for next turn, of course, because it doesn't actually go to their discard. They're going to be down 2 of their single strike energies, though. They might have another. They do have another Houndoom, but I'm going to Marnie that away. Hopefully they just struggle for energy. They might, I don't know. Another Ultra Ball from our opponent. That's going to go for a Bibarel. If they have it. Ooh, Boss and Marnie. I still don't mind Marnieing them. Oh, another Gengar VMAX. Okay. I guess they don't have Bibarel. That thing in my eye was really bugging me. So they have Houndoom, Gengar VMAX in their hand. Does Fear and Panic do 200 damage? It doesn't. They just got 2 prizes. Do I research then? I know they have Houndoom and 2 other cards. I don't think I should Marnie them. Let's research. Cape is good. Ball Crystal's good. Okay. These were all good cards. Let's play them all. Cape might save my butt. Single strike Roar to the bench. And then we can rewind beam, take the KO, take 2 prizes, and then hope that they don't have enough to get a KO next turn. Marnie's good. We didn't have a supporter. Houndour is okay. Don't necessarily need the second Houndour though. And if they Houndoom to the Gengar, we only need 1 of the single strike energies attached, but we have it in hand. But we can Marnie it away. So if our hand stays the same, this will actually be really good for us. Let's go through 2 more Gengars here. Path to the Peak, that's fine. We have Circhester Bath in hand. We know that they might not have a supporter. There's the other Houndoom. We don't know these 2 cards now. What did they get off the prizes? Single Strike Roar. Oh, I gave him the KO. I gave them the KO by playing all of these Vs down, man. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm dumb. I shouldn't have played the extra Vs. Oh, I shouldn't have played them. Roxanne them too. Alright, Circhester Bath. Here we go. Underworld Door. Play that down. Attach this to Golurk. And then we Roxanne them down to 2. Hopefully we don't draw that energy again. And hopefully we draw into a switching card. Air Balloon, good. Good, good, good. We're here. We're here. We're still in it. We're still in it to win it. Okay. Retreat. Do that. Rewind Beam, take the KO. All of their energy's in the discard. We take 2 prizes. Maybe one of them's a boss. No? Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. They come up with Bidoof. Here's what I'm thinking here. Oh, that destroys my plan. I was gonna get a Crobat for boss. Let's do this. Let's switch into Houndoom. Quick Ball away the Marnie. Grab that out the deck. We have 1 boss still left. Okay. Quick Ball away that. I have another Quick Ball. We have Tower of Darknesses, which helps. Don't need another Golurk. So we're thinning here, we're researching. We can't boss this turn, which is fine. We have boss in hand. Let's burn this. Let's go ahead and just play this here. Let's burn this card. And then we say done. Now, our opponent needs to get 2 energies onto his Gengar. Whew! 2 energies onto the Gengar. There's an urn. Okay, he needs to have boss in hand. And a switch. Boss switch, I think, wins. Because he's doing 120. Crap. So they got one of the cards they needed was Urn. Now they need Boss Switch. Those last 2 cards need to be a Switch and a Boss. And they might be. They could be. Oh. Oh, we lucked out, friends. We lucked out. Okay, we're going to retreat into Golurk. We have the boss. Woo! Rewind Beam. Get out of here, Gengar VMAX. Oh, man, we are... This deck requires some luck, but I have some changes that I'll talk about at the end to fix this deck here a little bit more, I think. Anyways, code word for this deck is lucky. Let's do that. Code word is lucky. Put it in the comments section down below. Yeah. All right, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video. You saw Golurk beat up against Ice Rider twice, but the second one they had to concede there. We had a really good setup. That's why I kept it in there. That's the setup that we're wanting because we could get Golurks going pretty well. And then we had a tough matchup against Gengar. That's why we have a word in the video that relates to this deck. But anyways, pretty fun deck. Go ahead and try it out for yourself. Again, thanks for watching. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time on Crash Blade Gaming.